Welcome back to another Conflict 47 battle report. 1250 points, ended up playing a custom mission of Germans versus Soviets. The custom mission is the only other we have. This was done on a 4x4 board, and this is my usual opponent, and we recently came off that campaign where everything was on a 4x4 board, so that's what he ended up setting up. And then when we got there, we just made up a mission and played. So this one is you just most units get into the opponent's table half wins. Nobody starts on the table, and then you can come in via first wave or reserve. So his forces, the fairly standard for him. A little mix up though, or not mix up, but change up in the sense of two Panzer mechs, and then he ended up taking the medium jump walker. Um, this is going to be played by a tank because we weren't sure if he wanted to play this more regularly yet, so we were just using that as a stand-in. It's a 10 dice, a 1247 point list. Then on the mine,
My list for today's game is an 11 dice, 1,245 point Soviet standard platoon list. Going from left to right, we have my 7-man Mark I infantry squad, the medium machine gun team, regular. We have a 8-man veteran squad with 2 captured Panzerfaust, an LMG, and Sarge with a SMG. We have a 8-man Siberian Terror Squad with 2 captured Panzerfaust, a regular anti-tank rifle team, a regular second lieutenant, free squad, 6-man Siberian Terror Squad, 2 captured Panzerfaust, a 5-man Special Forces Squad with SMG and anti-tank grenades, a Commissar, and then my freshly finished Soviet Mastodon.
then the setup. So here's the setup here. 4x4, like I said, it's fairly urban-esque terrain. Treated this as impassable. The heavy part here is hardcover, along with most of the buildings. Fence lines or light cover, difficult terrain, hardcover, and I believe we treated this one as hardcover as well. Just a board from a different angle. Bringing us on to turn 1. So yeah, this is not a lot happened. So we just mainly brought our forces on. Double LMG group ran into the building here. They're only on the first floor, but these don't come apart. Terrors kind of hugging cover. The plan is to, with those ruins, shoot them up on the right. And then got my medium machine gun team and anti-tank rifle team. These guys are just setting up kind of a little bit of a fire base. And then kind of a zoom out, you see his stuff coming in. So yeah, I brought Terrors in there, Terrors in here. Like I said, to mention sweeping them in on the flanks. An experienced squad, heavy infantry bringing them in. So the idea is they're slow, but putting them in cover, I'm able to bring them up. And my idea is to get them up here and then just set up kind of a fire base with the anti-tank rifles or SMGs. Macedon comes in early, so I didn't have anything to shoot as far as these guys go, or if he did, he missed. And yeah, that's really it for turn 1. Any shots we did get just whiffed. On to 2. So yeah, things are getting a little interesting here. So opening salvo, Mastodon just blows up the transport. Guys jump out, all pinned up. That gets added later. So yeah, he returns fire. Again, this is the playing the part of the Panzer mech. Spoiler, I got a model to use, so for any walker we'll be testing in the future, we have some models to use for that. But he got a shot off on my Macedon and didn't kill it, but stunned it. So yeah, he's all pinned. Then yeah, that's really about it. Left flank is not particularly much more interesting. Just popping some shots off and trying to sneak some guys on. Yep. And then trying to make it go for it. So being their guys are fireproof, I can sneak them up, take some shots off, try to hit it with the Panzerfaust. They fail. So that kind of bit of a error on my part. I thought I was going to be a little bit closer within 6. I misjudged that distance, so they're kind of out in the open. Well, at least able to be shot at. And then overall board state of me, just how everything's going here. Yeah, we're cautiously advancing. The idea being is, again, we're just trying to get over the half. So I may have sprung them. I did. I sprung them out a little too early, and I should have probably held them back a turn, and then seen where this was going to go, and then applied, because he ended up setting up a good fire base here, along with his the transport. Oh yeah, the make moves up, or the transport, and then he kind of apparently had a similar idea with his heavy infantry, jumping them into cover and then kind of just walking them up under cover. But the difference being is he's got the multiple MMGs being able to pull fire, with them having deployed, the Terrors having used their Panzerfaust. The Spin decides to mosey on over this way and use his flamethrower, just to get away from them, but also just bring his flamethrower over to people that can actually hurt. And that brings us into 3. So yeah, we're moving pretty quick through this. So I'm able to move up. Eventually I've been marching these guys up. We get them up into range here, and then pop. Yeah, so he first out really didn't. He put some pins on my Mastodon. He actually had a good chance of blowing it up, but he just rolled on, I think, a 1. Yeah, and pops the that jump walker. So yeah, they're doing pretty good. I've not used them as a walking force in a little bit of while, in a while. So yeah, it's nice to have them actually do something. Yeah, having deployed them, he's now swinging in, hoping to scoop them up with a good flamethrower shot. Thankfully, he misses. Yeah, and then just a shot. My MMG team has been taking fire, either from just the transports, or squads up in here, LT, or not LT, but group in here. Yeah, and then as I mentioned, the good fire base. So between transport here, and squad inside, these my Terrors are just all mowed down. Yeah, so not the best day for them. Although I can't complain, I still have all my units on the board. I did pop 2 of his already. Yep. So on that note, so he's moving his groups up. So I'm with these guys out of the action, and then they spin, moving over this way. Yeah, and I'll see it as their time to sneak up, and again, either dart over here or come in and try to take somebody out. And that brings us into 4. So yeah, I get the first pull again, luckily. Move the beat stick squad over, pop them. Yeah, so that was good. Then yeah, I send these guys in. Oh, I don't think I pictured it. The Mastodon, I believe, fired, immobilized this guy. No, I'm sorry. The Terrors, they came in, fired off the Panzerfaust, immobilized him, and then tried to submachine gun fire into the squad here. And yeah, I ended up that was not a good idea. I should have held them back, or again sent them to the Rex just to take to get on his table half. So my thought being was, okay, I was going to bring him in here, fire off at the walker, and then hopefully at least kill a couple guys or the LT. And yeah, I did immobilize the vehicle, so that was a plus. But yeah, it was at the cost of a squad, and I think maybe one other guy. My special forces come in, so I'm all happy. I'm like, yeah, my idea was to hit them, get some pins on them, and then I get to refresh. I can move over, put some more pins. But then I conveniently forgot that they have not activated yet. So when I shoot in to do some pins on them, they mow down my squad in the open. Again, not my finest tactical objective. I did pass the order check, and so he didn't panic or anything. And then I'm able to pull his dice. I had some other activations, so with the elite rule, you can't activate that same unit back to backs. But I had another minor unit. I think just like my commander or something moved up. But either way, so I get to send him in. So I come in and take out the run into the empty transport or the closest thing, so it pops. Then I swing my guy, my LT, or not the LT, the sergeant of the Special Forces group behind, giving them some cover from these guys. These troops are also in the base of the tower, not all the way up here. So about this time, with popping up the transports and everything, he ends up conceding at the top of turn 5. We played out a little bit, and I didn't take any photos because we were kind of wrapping it up. But essentially, what happens is the vehicle on turn 5. I run my Mastodon up through here to get into his table half. The squad in the tower leaves. They run up, and with him being here, and then my Commissar and LT, and then my free squad, we sneak up behind the building here, and then kind of just rush in. So with those rolls, and then him not able to really deal with that many different units, he ends up conceding on 5 after I kind of pull them in, because I still have my heavy infantry here, and I use that to, anybody when they come out, they just get mowed down. So yeah, he concedes. I didn't take any pictures of that, but at the end it was a Soviet win. We called it 4 units to 1. He was able to get 1 unit jump the berm there and get into my table half, but I had 4 to his 1. So got the 4 units to end his deployment, his own, the one in mine. I ended up killing 4 units, and he only killed 2 of mine, the 2 terrors. So all in all, a good game. Like I said, he did try the Panzermech, trying to the medium Panzermech, giving that a go. Unfortunately for him, luckily for me, I would have liked to have seen it in action too. I was able to pop it fairly early, and then with destroying all his vehicles, or most of those vehicles right there, and then he's not able to really counter anything that I have. I mobilized with mobilizing that spin mech. He can't move up to engage me with a flamethrower or anything, so he's not able to really dig me out to send what little units he has left into my deployment area. So I get why he called it, but it was a very good game, enjoyable. I know with a vehicle combat like this, a couple good rolls can go on either side, really speed the game up. But again, thanks for watching. Bye.